Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Tonight, I want to share a story that reminds us what happens when life forces us to slow down, even when we don't want to. It's about a girl named Mara who believed patience was just another word for wasting time, until one rainy morning led her to a place called the Still Cup Cafe, where she learned that sometimes slowing down is the only way to catch up with yourself. So grab a warm drink, find a quiet corner, and let's step inside the Still Cup Cafe. Mara Hensley had a gift for making people feel small. If someone walked too slowly in front of her, she'd sigh loudly enough for them to hear. If a cashier fumbled with coins, she'd roll her eyes and mutter, "How hard can it be?" And if anyone asks her to be patient, she'd laugh and say, "Patience is just another word for wasting time." She wasn't cruel, not in her own mind. She just thought she was honest. The world, she believed, belonged to people who kept moving. But one gray morning, the world decided to prove her wrong. Her bus broke down halfway to an important job interview. The driver apologized, flustered. "Sorry, folks. Something's wrong with the engine. Might take a while." Mara groaned. "A while? You've got to be kidding me. Some of us actually have places to be." She stormed off the bus, splashing through the puddles without a backward glance. By the time she reached the next street, the rain had turned heavy and relentless. Her shoes were soaked, her makeup streaked. Then her phone buzzed, a message from the company. "Position filled. Thank you for your time." She stood in the rain, heart pounding with anger and disbelief. The world had moved on without her. Cold and miserable, she ducked into the nearest cafe. The sign above the door read, "The Still Cup Cafe." Inside, the air smelled of cinnamon and roasted beans. Soft music drifted from an old radio, and warm light glowed from lamps shaped like teapots. Behind the counter stood an elderly woman with kind eyes and a calm smile. Without asking, the woman handed Mara a towel. "Rough morning?" she asked. "You could say that," Mara muttered, drying her face. "Nothing's gone right. Everything's too slow." The woman chuckled quietly. "Oh, yes. The world tends to move at its own pace. It's people who rush ahead and wonder why they're tired." Mara frowned. "You don't get it. If I don't keep moving, I fall behind." The woman stirred a cup of tea, the spoon clinking softly. "My dear," she said, "the world doesn't stop for anyone. But if you learn to slow down, it will make room for you." Mara tilted her head. "Make room?" The woman smiled. "You'll see. Some things only reveal themselves when you stop trying to outrun them." Mara didn't really understand, but the tea was warm, and the rain outside seemed softer now. For the first time that day, she didn't feel like running. The next morning, she returned. And the morning after that, at first she told herself it was just for the tea, but she knew better. She liked the peace there, the unhurried rhythm, the quiet hum of conversation. Soon, she began helping out, wiping tables, learning to make coffee, greeting customers. She still messed up sometimes, spilled milk, forgot orders, snapped when someone took too long deciding, but Mrs. Alara, the owner, never scolded her. She would only smile and say, "Patience, dear." The world always finds space for those who wait kindly. Mara started to notice small things. How the morning light painted gold on the windows, how people's faces softened after a kind word, how good it felt to listen instead of rush. Years passed. When Mrs. Alara grew too old to run the cafe, she passed it on to Mara. The sign still read, "The Still Cup Cafe." Now it was Mara who brewed the tea, who greeted strangers at the door with a towel and a smile, and whenever someone stumbled in, soaked, frustrated, rushing through life, she would pour them a cup, place it gently before them, and say, "Sit down. You've been chasing the wind again, haven't you? The world won't stop, but it will make room for you if you give it time." And somehow, in that quiet little cafe, the world always did. And that's the story of the Still Cup Cafe, a reminder that the world doesn't stop for anyone, but it will make room for those who choose to move with kindness instead of hurry. Sometimes, it takes losing our race against time to realize we were never supposed to be racing at all. If this story spoke to you, leave a like, Share it with someone who's been moving a little too fast lately. And subscribe for more quiet tales with gentle lessons. Until next time, stay kind, stay patient, and don't forget to take a moment to breathe.